Hi, I'm Robert with Acme Locksmith in Arizona. Today we're going to be talking about door security and the things you can do to reinforce your door to make it much harder to get into your home. Why would we be concerned with that? Well, statistics show 60 to 65% of home break-ins occur through a door. In addition to that, 30 to 35% of those occur because somebody's actually gotten in through an unlocked door or unlocked window. And when we're talking door security, that's the first point I want to address. You've done it, I've done it, we've all done it. We've all forgotten to lock the door. Kids come in and out, they forget to lock the doors. Today, you never have to worry about that if you take the right precautions. If you install an electronic deadbolt on your front door, you can set that electronic deadbolt so that it'll auto lock for you after being open for a set amount of time. That way, no matter what happens, you can be sure that that door is always locked. And let's face it, anything else we do to improve the strength of that door is useless if the door's not locked. The next area that's a big important step in improving the overall door security is to address what I think is the weakest point of the door, and that's the frame. Now builders, they don't care about making a strong, secure door for you. All they really care about is building the least expensive home possible and making the most profit. The frame of your door is usually made with 1/2-inch composite wood or plywood, and it's very, very easy to break. Let's take a look at this part here. This is a strike. On your front door, your deadbolt goes into the strike, and that's what holds your door to the frame of your door. Well, most builders are securing those strikes with a screw that looks just like this, about a 1/2-inch screw. Well, you can imagine you have 2 of those in the strike, and that is all that is holding your door together and preventing somebody from forcing it open. It's not enough. The single most important thing I think you can do to your door, it's the cheapest thing you could do to your door, is that you want to replace those little screws with a 3.5 to 4-inch screw. What this will do is now when you screw this into your strike, you're actually going to secure that to the 2 2x4s that are framing your door. So I recommend that you do that to both screws in the strikes for both your deadbolt and your doorknob, as well as 2 screws in every hinge of your door. This step alone, single most important thing you can do. After you've done that, the weak point of your door becomes this part right here. Let me turn that around for a little better view. Okay, so this is where the bolt actually goes through your door. Now you've got a bolt, you have a doorknob, so you have 2 points of force on the edge of that door. And if you can look, that's only about a 1/4 inch of wood on both sides. So now that you've reinforced your frame, if somebody tries to kick in your door, this is the weak point that needs to be addressed. Couple of things that you can do there. The one that we normally do is we put a door wrap on the door, and basically what this does is you take the deadbolt off, you slide this onto the door, secure it with screws, and put the deadbolt back on. This one has a protective coating, but you can buy these in whatever finish you have on your door hardware. Okay. Now what that does is that distributes the force. So now if somebody tries to force that door open, all of their pressure goes against this entire plate. Distribution of force is a key thing in protecting your front door. Think of it like a balloon. You fill up a balloon full of air and you take a very sharp pencil and you poke it, that balloon's going to pop. Now you fill a balloon full of air, and instead of hitting it with the point of the pencil, hit it with the side of the pencil. And you got to put a lot more force into it in order to pop that balloon. That's because you're distributing the force across the entire length of the pencil instead of just the tip. Same concept here, you're distributing force across this entire plate. Now you can get these in a variety of sizes. This is for a single deadbolt. You can get them for a deadbolt and a doorknob or lever, one piece for both, or you can get them with just a little fraction of this just to cover the edge of the door. Any of them are an improvement over what you have, so we highly urge you to get one of these. So those are the biggest things that you can do. Make sure it's locked, get rid of those little tiny screws, and put some kind of an edge protector on the door. But there are many incremental improvements that you can do after you've taken care of those 3 things. One of them is, remember that strike I showed you? It's teeny tiny. It's very cute. There are a variety of strikes that are available that are much, much longer. The difference is the number of screws that are in the strike. So this one has 2. You can buy these. This is the deadbolt side. This is the latch side. You can buy these with more screws. Okay, this is the small option, 2 screws in top, 2 screws in the bottom. But what you're doing there again is you're distributing force. So you've doubled the amount of screws. So now you've doubled the amount of force it takes to get that door open. And you want to replace both your strikes with something like this. Now you can get them even bigger. So this one has 3 screws on the top and 3 screws on the bottom. Variety of sizes available. You can even buy strikes that are 2-3 feet long in order to distribute that force across much wider gap, making it much more difficult to get in. Another incremental improvement that you can do to your door is improve the strength of the deadbolts and the lever or doorknob that you have. Most builders put on by default grade 3 hardware. Grade 3 is the worst hardware you can have on your door. We recommend at least grade 2 or grade 1, grade 1 being the best. Now, I would swap out your deadbolt with grade 2. What you get when you go to a grade 2 or a grade 1 is you get stronger materials. Grade 3 typically has plastic parts on the inside. Grade 2, grade 1 are built a lot heavier and a lot more heavy duty. We actually have an article that we wrote on the deadbolts and what our favorite deadbolts are. I'll put a link to that down below for you so that you can take a look at some of the features you might want to consider when you're buying new door hardware. In addition to the strength of materials, one of the things you get now when you buy grade 2 and grade 1 is you get anti-bump protection. Bumping, if you don't know about it, is a technique that anybody with $3 in an internet connection can use to get into your home. We did a whole article on it on our website. I'll put a link to it below in case you want to see how lock bumping is done in several ways that you can protect your house from that type of intrusion. But I'm going to cover just a couple here for you. One of them is you can put onto your house something that we call a half deadbolt. Okay, this is just like a regular deadbolt on the inside of the home. It works exactly like a regular deadbolt. But on the outside of the home, there's no keyhole. So the advantage to this is now anybody trying to get into your home is not even going to know that there's a deadbolt there because they can't visually see it. In addition, because there's no keyhole, it can't be bumped, it can't be picked. Even a working key for the other 2 locks won't get into your home. The main reason you would want to do this over the next thing that I'm about to discuss is that this deadbolt can be installed up higher on your door. So if you have little children who are exploring the world and they want to run out the front door, you can install this deadbolt higher up on the door and prevent them from doing that. In addition, adding that 3rd deadbolt again creates another 3rd point that has to be gotten through if somebody's trying to force in that door, so you're distributing force again. Highly worth taking a look at. Those do have to be professionally installed though, so call your local locksmith if you want to get those. Now this next little product that I want to show you does essentially the same thing to protect you from bumping. It is a great little product. Now many people don't realize this, but your thumb turn on the inside of your home, somebody uses a key to get in and throw that bolt out. This thumb turn actually spins on the inside of your home. So this product actually works by securing that thumb turn in place. It just slides right behind the deadbolt, has a latch on it so that you can hold that into place. It's unlocked, your lock works freely, you latch it, lock won't open. So by securing that in place, not even a working key will get into the house. And if a working key won't get into the house, either will lock bumping or either will lock picking. So you can add this without replacing any door hardware and without needing a locksmith. I'll put a link to this product below. We sell these on our online on our website, but it's a fantastic little addition to your house for improved security. So if you liked this video, please like us below. The last thing I want to talk about is this great little product here. So this is a kit. And you can buy this online at Amazon. I'll put the link below for you if you want to take a look at it. You can get it in any finish you want to match your door hardware. But basically, this is going to give you about a 2.5 foot strike on the frame side of the door. Multiple screws. Comes with the 3.5 inch screws that we already recommend. These are little door edge protectors for both of your deadbolt and your doorknob. And then these are hinge protectors to actually protect the hinge side of the door. So this kit has everything in it that we've talked about outside of adding additional door hardware for the knob or the deadbolt. But this has everything that we would urge you and recommend you do at a base level to improve the integrity of that door. All right, thank you so much for watching, and be sure to follow us, and we'll have another video for you in a few weeks.